Hey Dean, this is a quick demo video for you for your Ahsoka sets right here. So we're going to go over both of them just one at a time. Got your Shtok right here. So it is installed with Proffie and the chassis you gave me. It does have gesture controls on it. It's got all of the sound fonts that Dark Wolf put on here and then the added sound fonts for Ahsoka that you wanted. So you can use your buttons to turn this on, or you can use the gesture controls. And you can see your Shtok pixels in there working good. And we can twist to turn it off. And then that just has a slow, off. It'll start changing different colors until it turns off. Now, to change your sound font, that was the activation button. Then you can hit the activation button right here to turn it off and on as well. But to change your sound fonts, just tap your auxiliary when the blade is off.
Rey Skywalker, that lightsaber. Ben Solo. The Force is...
We'll just cycle through these. You got quite a few on here. Here's an Ahsoka one. We got a nice smooth swing. And then I have a test blade right here, so we'll go ahead and throw your test blade in it and then tighten down your blade retention screw. Your blade retention screw on these guys is pretty small, so when you go to back it out to take your blade out, just be careful you don't drop it because it is hard to find. There you go. Now we could tap the auxiliary or hold it down. And we could twist to turn it off. Or we could use the activation. That's the other one. There we go. So I'm going to take this blade out and then show you what we've got going on the inside. Each of these sabers utilize a different type of recharge port. So because you got the smaller one on this guy, you have a separate kill key instead of one that gets put into the recharge port. So when you open this pommel cap, this thing will slide off very tight. It's a tight fit, but it does go in and out, obviously. You can see your kill key right there. So we're just gonna flip that over to the side when we're done with it, and then that turns it off. Now, if you take this, there's your board up top, obviously, access to your SD card and your recharge port or your micro SD. And then when you flip it underneath, here is your recharge port sticking out right there. And then that's your Shtok. So when you're putting that on, just know it is tight. These things are, you know, they're a tight install anyway. This one actually is pretty notorious. I mean, this is, you know, not a whole lot of room in there. So now when it comes to your sheen, I already got the pommel cap off right here. I was cleaning the threads actually right before this video. Just a couple drops of WD-40 and wiped them off there, make sure everything's nice and smooth. But now when you got your pommel cap off here, you've got a regular size recharge port. So now you have a kill key that just goes in the recharge port. So to turn this guy on, we're just gonna pull this. And then we're going to put your pommel cap on. Still needs to be cleaned a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this off for the purpose of this demo video and then clean it right after I'm done. I'm gonna finish cleaning it. Everything goes in and on, off and on nicely. I think there's just a little bit of leftover aluminum in there from the machining process. So I wanna make sure I get all of that out. So you do have gesture controls on this one as well. Shtok LEDs are working good. Twist off. Takes some getting used to. So now that we've got that off, and then we can use our auxiliary to change sound fonts.
Rey Skywalker, that lightsaber. lightsaber was Luke's.
We're gonna go through these real fast until I find an Ahsoka one. Almost there.
Hello, Master.
We're gonna use this
It's
one.
been a while.
So again, we're gonna put this test blade in. Remember what I said about this blade retention screw being small? I dropped one of them on the carpet and spent longer than I like to admit trying to find it, but there you go. And then we can just twist off. Or we could use the activation. I think I accidentally hit. That was the auxiliary. So you can just tap the activation and turn your blade on. Let's do that again. I'll hold it down and turn the blade off. I'm accidentally hitting mute. There we go. So tapping it will turn it on, holding it down for a second or two will turn it off. And then you have the exact same sound fonts that you had on your Shtok. Sorry if I said that already. But that is basically it, sir. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes or so cleaning out these the thread for the pummel cap on this sheen because I don't like the way that it's a little bit tight right now. And then I will get these packed up and in the mail to you either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Thanks.